Welcome back to Shaving Down Under. I am Doug. Today's Friday. Not really late for anything today. That's the beauty of Fridays. Yeah, she's quite a stinking hot day today. Around about 37, 38 degrees, or I think that's around 100 Fahrenheit. And that's the third day in a row. So we'll crack on into this shave. It is February. So apparently it's Fat Boy February shave. I own a Fat Boy, but it's my collector. I don't shave with it. So, pardon me, but I have some of these and I bought this one to shave with. So it's a Fat Boy Executive. So that'll do. What else can I tell you? Right, our soap today is another bourgeois soap, even more bourgeois than last Monday's. And that's it there. Oxford and Cambridge by Check and Speak, and it's made in Italy. I'll just get it out. It is a puck. And there it is there, that's the puck. Smells very good. Very old school type of, or a modern take on an old school barbershop. And lavender is the main note. And also in there in the scent profiles, rosemary, bergamot, peppermint and oak moss. And I'm definitely getting a hint of peppermint and some of the rosemary as well. I'm not sure of the bergamot and oak moss scents, what they're like, but that's what I'm getting to my untrained schnoz. And yeah, it should be a good shave. I'm really looking forward to it. And it should be a good shave with the amount of money I've spent on the soap. And 4 days growth. I didn't shave midweek after cutting myself up on Monday. I may have another little nick there I'll open up. Well, let's see what happens, but the rest should be all right. Let's get stuck on in. Okay, there we go. I've got the Vinalong horsehair again. And for no reason at all, just said it was hanging there on my wall. Just got a little bit of water. Oh, it's lathering like a drain. Let's just leave it there, gents. We could really build up a huge lather. Okay, and I'm going with the Derby Premium Blade from Monday. And away we go, 4 day growth. So the 4 day growth, before I got into DE shaving, using safety razors, was a weekly occurrence for me. I've been shaving for well over, I'm going to have to clean it out, for well over 30 years using cartridge. And I was just totally bored with shaving. So I'd go 4 days, maybe 5 days, not shave. And I had a stint there less than 10 years ago probably about 5 years ago, where I bought myself a nice electric razor, which I still have, but haven't used in a long time. Oh, this blade's just eating through the growth. Yeah, so I used the electric razor for around a year. I just left it at work. I'd just roll into my shop, and during the day pull it out and shave with it. In the end, I'd get a reasonably good shave with it. Not quite blade, or not quite cartridge, I should say, good, but close enough. But it'd take 20, 30 minutes, just bzzz, mucking around. But at the end of the day, as good as electric shavers are, they're still not as good as blade. So I went back to blade, to the cartridge shaving again. And back to the 4-day growth. Wow. That's just really cut through that growth. That's beautiful. I don't mind the Derby Premium blade out of the new blades. As you all know, if you've watched a few of my videos, I do prefer vintage blades. So I'm just going with a much wetter lather this time, just because it'll probably dry out if I go too thick. Probably gone a little bit too wet, but that doesn't matter. I just love this razor. Just the look of it. Like it's lost some plating, but it's just a beautiful razor. And I like how with the Fat Boy, the executive, they've just got the different knurling on the handle just to make them tell apart. Like when you got the Slim, well, you can just strip a nickel Slim and replate it gold and you've got an Aristocrat. But not with these guys. Has a certain bit of class. Bit of Don Draper, if you've watched Mad Men, for sure. Reopened probably a nick from the other day. What setting do I have this on? 6. So a lot of you out there will know what a 6 is like on a Fat Boy. And on Monday, that resolution razor was well past 6. That's to give you an idea how aggressive it is. Yeah, that's good. Just gone a little bit thicker this time around. Just gave it a quick swirl on the puck. Oh, this stuff feels really good. You can smell it while you're putting it on your face. It's a nice scent. And it's not overpowering. It's just there. You don't have to work to smell it. It's just there for you, but it's not overpowering. Okay. So I had one sketchy guy come into the shop yesterday. Come in, he's greasy, you could tell he hadn't showered for a while, his hair was... Ugh. He definitely had one tooth in his head that I could see. Can't say I saw any other teeth. And remember, yesterday was around 38 degrees, that's around 100 Fahrenheit for all my American guests. And he comes in, and like this fella had to be I don't know. You know, some people, they look that weather beaten and worn. They actually are younger than what they look. So he looked in his 50s, but he could have been younger, in his 40s. Anyway, it's stinking hot. There's no cloud cover. It's just a totally clear blue sky. And this dude's wearing shoes, like sand shoes, long pants, a t-shirt, and a hoodie over the top of that. He must have been sweltering. You know, it's like, what the hell's going through? Someone's mind to put themselves through that. Like, I get it when you're young and you get hooked up a bit on image. You do silly things like overdress on stupid hot days. Not when you're a mature adult. Like really, people. So needless to say, he didn't spend a cent, and that didn't surprise me. Although I always give everyone the benefit of the doubt, because it's surprising, you know, some people, you know, I don't know if there's a polite way to say this, but look like bums, but if they cashed up for whatever reason on the day, and they're coming in to get their rocks off, and they're going to spend some dough. So you always give people the benefit of the doubt until they start walking out the door. And I don't know in other retail, but I know in my business, if people are just wandering around the shop, then they start picking up the free stuff like pamphlets, look through the real cheap bin, they're not spending money. They're not spending. Oh, it was a crazy day actually yesterday. Come to think of it. There's another local, a woman who's probably nudging 60. And yesterday she confirmed what I had been suspecting. That she's an outright alcoholic. She has been into my shop. She's never bought anything, but she's come in and talked a few times. Can't say too much. I don't want to totally out. Let me wash off. Yeah, so she's been into my shop a few times, talked about some business. Not in the adult game, but apparently, yeah, I've got to be careful what I say here. But anyway, she's come in most times sober or not quite sober. And when you think about when you get older, as a lot of you gents and ladies out there will understand, if you work a lot with people, you start picking up little signs. And after a while, I started suspecting that she may have a drinking problem. And yesterday at 11 a.m, she walked past my shop and she was totally maggoted. I don't know if that's an expression used anywhere else around the world, but definitely is here in Australia. She was almost defying physics by still being able to stand and move. She was that drunk at 11 a.m. that she could not walk in a straight line. She barely could stand upright. It was sad, to be honest with you. Because if you met her sober, you just think, oh, what a cool woman, you know, like older woman, very cool. But yeah, she's obviously got her skeletons. So that was a good shave. A few nicks. I don't know if I've just reopened stuff from Monday because that was a very aggressive razor. All I can say is just, this soap is beautiful. It is magnificent. Whether it's worth a price, I'll tell you what it's worth. It's 55 Australian dollars. That's for the puck. Now you can get this in a milled aluminium container, and that's 250 Australian dollars. So that's, just guessing here, around 200, 190 USD. The container looks beautiful, but wow, you know, you'd want to be addicted to this and be using this soap. And they do another scent as well that's apparently very good. But you'd want to be using this soap for the rest of your life if you're going to drop 250 Aussie dollars on the machined aluminium container. So as I said, it's made in Italy. It's been aged for 60 days like a cheese or something, or a wine in barrels. The lather was very thick. I could have made an ice cream, well, you know, fairy floss. Big ball of fairy floss. I could have made that big ball on my brush if I wanted to with that lather. If I'd spent 5 minutes just lathering. And there is a technique, and I'll tell you who to look for, and that who is using that technique now, and that is Friendship Shaving. Mark, his lathers now are beautiful, and he did put a link up a couple of months ago to an American, I think it was American or Canadian fella, who's perfected this technique to get really fluffy, luxurious lather. And I tried it on a Wednesday once, and it works, but you spend about 5 minutes and putting it on, and yeah, you know, it looks good. It looks very good. Yeah, so the soap, if you got $55 Aussie, and you know, the price isn't an issue, I recommend it. Buy it. It's beautiful, smells great, beautiful lather. Whether it's worth 55, I don't know. But it is quality. This is a great shave. Love this razor. Love it. Don't use it too often, but I thought I'd pop it out today. And the blade, the Derby Premium, I like them as well. Not my favourite blade, but one of my favourite modern blades, definitely, for sure. Is there anything else I can tell you? No, I don't think there is. All right, I've got a couple of things to do. I'm actually going to buy some razors from a local seller today. I might pop a picture in the video, show you what I bought. And yeah, I'm just heading down to my old boss, to his new shop that he's opening up very shortly, a huge adult shop here in Adelaide. Okay, enjoy your weekend. I hope it's not too hot or too cold wherever you are. Have a good drink on me, and have a good feed. See you next time. Ciao for now.